It's my pleasure to introduce Preeti Bhatt. Uh, Preeti Bhatt, postgraduate in environmental science and did her MTech in environmental engineering from BITS, Palani. She worked with Hindustan Accenture Limited and John's Long Lassalle, and also having 17 years of work experience in environmental health and safety management system. And she co-accessor for Confederation of Indian Industry from 2022 to 24, lead auditor in ISO for 45,000 and ISO 2018 and ISO 14,000, and she also leading sustainability assurance and business responsibility and sustainability reporting. So she is a necessity for reporting, sustainability reporting, necessity for Wipro. And she also off the job doing a safety program and employee well-being program. And I oddly welcome Preeti Bhatt for this program. Ma'am, please take your session.
Okay, and also it is my pleasure to welcome Miss Preeti Bhatt. So glad to know that she is just 2 years junior to me in Bangalore University. So I am very proud of her. She is coming and delivering. So without knowing her, she is my junior. But anyhow, so it is glad to know. And she is working in Wipro, and also she is having a very vibrant experience in Wipro. So thank you, madam. Thank you. Over to you. Please take the session to you.
So I have to stand here. So, good afternoon. How is the Josh? How is the Josh? Okay, so Josh is there. So, first start with my session. I want to take through a journey of sustainability. Okay, are you ready? You will travel along with me? So there is some condition for it. You have to drop all your mobiles down first. So sit, aram se, pushing your back. Close. You have to close your eyes for a minute. So it's only 3 minutes journey I'm taking you. No looking at partners, next, right, left, up, mobile. So everything has to be closed. This is why, because I want to, before starting session, I want to ask you why we need this session. Okay, so after this, I'm asking a question, okay? So let us start. Okay.
That is the idea of this session.
Yeah.
Workshop.
So might be the generation of my or previous, right? They might have a different picture of the world, but now we have a different picture of the world. So let us unveil. We'll find the difference between the two worlds now. So close your eyes. So the journey, you are sleeping on the bed in the morning. It's a sunrise from the east. So you're slowly getting up and you're coming out and you are near to the door. You're open the door. A lush green in front of you. A green. Everywhere a green. You are slowly getting down, coming out. And there is a bird chirping around you. You are able to hear, right? So the kids are smiling. And you are slowly walking, slowly walking, slowly walking. It is around you a green, 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 green. And you slowly move on. You slowly, continuously move on. And you are end of the lush green. And there is a water flowing both the side. And the breeze coming and hitting your body. You're feeling like fresh. You are smelling the water, and there is a sound of water and hitting us, making you fresh. You're walking slowly, enjoying the morning, and you're going, and the end of the water body, you find a big white mountain around you. It's a big mountain, a cool breeze hitting, and there are eyes spread there. You are taking eyes and throwing up and looking at the sun. It's bright, and you are slowly sitting there, taking the energy of a sun. And looking up and feeling fresh. Looking at the sun, it's bright. Slowly open your eyes. How you're feeling? Everybody freshed up? Are we living in this world now? Yes? Are we living in this world now? Huh? How many says yes, confidently, we are living in this world? What I narrated. No one single hand. Okay, one single hand. Might be you are from... That's the beauty. Wow. So, that world doesn't exist anymore for India, right? That's... Huh? Yes, might be some patches of... I come from... my native is Udupi. Those areas, if you go, you find that environment. But if you come to the other side, right, where the modernization, industrialization, all those things, anymore, this world is not exist. But think what your fathers gave was the best. But are you living the same world for your kids? No way, right? Then you all have to decide today. So after this session, what you will do for the world. It is your choice. You are the people will turn the world for tomorrow. So everyone will ready to make the decision? Will you learn the concepts, apply, and tomorrow you think what I am doing is right for the world. It is right for your future kids. Okay? So with this note, we will start the session. Okay, I will be taking today on waste audit. So I worked with a couple of industry from last 17 years. I worked with HAL. I worked with IT industry like Accenture. Currently I'm with Wipro, and chemical industry like Monsanto. It is now Bayer. So throughout this my journey, right, when I speak about industry, they are the necessity, because why we all work? Only for empowerment we work? Give me genuine answer. Why we work? Yes, louder. We need not to be ashamed about it. So because we all need money, because I have to buy food, that comes with now no more, because we are now no more farmers. We are not growing anything. So no, we have to pay for food, we have to pay for education, we have to pay for health. So for that we need the money. So if we need the money, so where we have to work? In the industry. So industry was made based on the needs. All right? When we have the industrialization, it is good. Somewhere we are benefited out of it. With that industrialization, what we are leaving behind? The waste, resource utilization. So you had the previous session, right? Energy, environmental audit, all segment he spoke, all those we are consuming. Okay, there is excess resource utilization happening. And with this, and one is utilization of a resource and leaving behind, what we are leaving behind to the world, the waste. Right? So in that world, our kids will be going to live. So I heard recently, I read somewhere in the paper, so in Delhi they have set it up a oxygen bar. When we used to study, even I'm from environmental science department, so when I was like you, people used to say one day there will come, we have to have oxygen bar, center, all those things. But it is now a reality. If you go to the Delhi, it's a reality now. All right? So the whatever we speak about temperature rise is a reality. It was on the concept when we were reading. Right? If we don't realize now, still we are not woken up, then we will be having a very bad world. It's no more what I narrated it will be. Right? So today I will touch upon these aspects. I will, waste audit is my topic given. So when we understand the waste audit, right, we definitely have to understand something about waste management. So as an industry, how well we are managing the waste. First, I am identifying something as a waste. Okay, there is something called waste. Is it anything called waste? Okay, I'll come to that. Then there are regulated waste. There is a regulation around certain waste, because if we don't able to manage those, we will be end up with severe pollution. That is why there are norms has been brought by, there are laws has been brought by India. And there are extended producer responsibility to make them, our manufacturer and producers, right, to more accountable. These aspects has been brought. And I will be speaking about a case study on my organization, how it is like we are handling currently as a responsible company. Okay, so these are the aspects I will be touching upon. So I will come to the waste. So waste, anything called waste? So I repeat my question. I have a low hearing issue. You have to be loud. Okay, that's something good. Yeah. See, waste is waste until we realize it is a resource. Okay, first we have to realize it, like as sir mentioned, right, we have to realize it is will be a beneficial for somebody else. We have to convert it as a resource. For that we have identification of right waste and what we can do from it. So nowadays we speak, a lot of things were spoken on circular economy, right? So this is, the concept is around that only. So how we can make, so earlier we used to speak about waste cradle to grave, right? That's a concept. When we were studying, it is a cradle to grave. It is no, it is no more. It is a cradle to grave. It is cradle to cradle now. You generate a waste, make it, identify those waste, how you can make it as a resource, convert as a resource. That's a concept now has come. Okay, so I have a small task for all of you. I want everybody to scan that barcode and answer to the question. What are the type of waste you have? Share it again. Huh. So you might have studied by this time what are the categories of waste. I just wanted to understand that are we rightly understood what is categories of waste? You can submit the response. Write and submit the response. You can think. If you give one type of waste also is fine. What are the categories of waste we have? E-waste. Liquid waste, wow, good. Solid, hazardous. E-waste, wet. Plastic waste. Battery waste. Food waste. Chemical waste. Agriculture waste, good. There is a good mixture of people I could understand. Okay, so these are the broad category. Anybody pending to say? I am closing. You can put it. Construction, demolition waste. Okay, so I will go back to my presentation. Yes. So I'll come to yes. This is the categories of waste what we have, right? So we have like solid, liquid, right? Air emissions. That is also waste. After process, it is going into the environment. Biodegradable, non-biodegradable, we have hazardous, non-hazardous. After that, we also have like electronic, battery, industrial waste, lot of waste category. This categorization has been made with a thought process. Okay, so that thought process also given at the up. So based on this categorization, in the every industry, right, we follow appropriate treatment methodologies. Okay, I'll come to methodologies all later. Before that, I have this slide for you. First, we speak about regulated waste. So what are the regulated wastes? Yeah, you can be little louder. Government norms, exactly correct. So these are the waste as a government has mandated that this is the way only you can dispose. They have not given an option you to think. Okay, in case you are not able to do that, there will be a penalty levied on the companies. So, or the industries. So these are the waste. So Mother Act is, everybody knows, is Environmental Protection Act, right? Under that, all other acts were brought. So first is Solid Waste Management Waste Act was brought. After that, plastic, e-waste, battery, hazardous waste, construction demolition waste. Even construction demolition waste, current is a lighter version, but we will be getting more updated version in the April now. You have to do proper disposal of construction debris. Currently, that's the one waste, huge waste, every company getting excuse. Then the biomedical waste. These are the regulated waste we have to, and hazardous waste is a very important aspect where every industry, where the schedule is provided, what are the hazardous waste, and the method, the approved recyclers, or the, in case it is no solution, it will, right? There will be a, how they monitor you, right? They will monitor you to, there is a manifests are there, you submit a copy to pollution control boards, right? Through all those things, and annual returns we have to submit. Okay, entire year, how much waste I have, as a company, I have generated, right? I have to submit an annual return. So through that, pollution control boards are monitoring your waste, which is generated by the industry. That is why we have to, like, if I come to hazardous waste, right? I have to take a consent. Hazardous waste consent I have to take. They will, first I have to disclose what hazardous waste I am generating in the company. Based on my disclosure, they will give the quantity to you. This much only you can dispose. Anything more, or I am disposing, then I am liable. They can levy a penalty on you in case it is deviated as from your consent. Before applying for any authorization, study of a waste they have brought. With that also, they are asking how much you are generating. Based on that, there is a reduction you have to produce to the company. These are all now, it's digitally tracked. Earlier days was there, it was not digitally tracked. Now everything is digitally tracked. All regulated waste, including e-waste. E-waste also, extended producer responsibility is there. In case even you are an importer, right? You import and sell in this country, you have to show the extended producer responsibility requirements. You have to fulfill. Okay, so this is how these are the waste governed. And also, if it comes to plastic waste, right, there are like 120, there is a micron, and single-use plastic is banned. All these criteria were brought in the recent past now. So any question you have till now, or we can take it at the end of the session also, if you have any questions to it. Okay? So I'll move on to next. Okay. So when it comes to waste management, right, how the waste management starts. So I think I could see a couple of people, like I met my friend from Biocon. They will, if you worked in an industry, there is a set process for the waste management, from source segregation to disposal. There will be a written process will be there. Okay, so what is a source segregation? At the point of generation, that is the best, that's the best way of handling waste. Okay, so to say in Wipro, right, what example, plastic waste is there, plastic waste, some food waste, people bring, and they bring it to workplace. what we have done, individual bins mechanism we have eliminated from the workplace. What will happen individual if I provide an individual bin? I have brought my tea dabba. I'll put it there. I'll put paper there. Wrappers, I will put it. Then think about we have 20,000 employees in one, it's a mini city we are running. 20,000 employees, do that. Then how I can do my source segregation? Right? That's a challenge for me. So then we have removed completely the dustbins from the workplace. Now we have a common dustbins, very nicely labeled. What is wet waste? What is dry waste? Okay, people have to go there, and paper waste, all are plastic waste, nicely colored and put in place, and you have to go there. So that will add to your well-being. Don't tell that it would have been beneficial, I would have increased my productivity. You will walk up to the dustbin, that will increase your well-being also, right? You will take a step and go to the dustbin, and you put as per the categorization, there is your source segregation is ensured, and also well-being is ensured. Correct? So this is a small, this might be a small thing, but it will add a very big contribution to the organization as such. When I'm talking about 20,000 people. Same thing in other industries also. So they will be having a source segregation. So at the source itself, people can collect, segregate the waste and can be processed for it. Okay, then once I do a collection, segregation, then comes to a disposal. So what do you understand the meaning of disposal? Means what? Disposal means what? Throwing next door? Huh? Yeah, there will be a line. Certain things are line of treatment. How you know that somebody's, you send waste to somebody, okay, there will be a collection of waste will be there, right? Everybody agree? So every day, even if you see in your household, home, in front of you, somebody collects it, correct? Collects it, right? What he do after that? Okay, are you sure anybody checked that they do it? Yes, no, I want to raise your hands. Who agree that disposal, what you are saying, that ideal condition happening as per that? May not be happening. How you ensure it is happening? That's a very good point. They should have a consent. Why? Because it's a one piece of paper you can say. But the consent, the moment is a consent, there will be a checking mechanism by the government authority that they have right process to process your waste what you have generated. Okay, that's a one check. There's a companies like us, right? They have consent and all. Companies like us, we have one mechanism called vendor audit. Okay, nowadays it is when we go for sustainability assurance and all, it is very, very, very important. So one is I am doing audit for my location or company. The another one is doing an audit on the vendor. So what is vendor? Who are the vendors? Yeah, so they will be people who will be it can be recyclers, co-processors, it can be a landfill also. So landfill, so those people is the extended stakeholders will help you because you cannot set it. I cannot set it up with all these things, right? So those are the people will do a work for you. As a company, for me, it doesn't end after I give waste to them. As a company, what I have to do? Checking, going to their place, we have something called vendor on board. One is financially is correct, all those things, that financial procurement, somebody they on board. Apart from, right, on a sustainability perspective, we see that how the person who is taking your waste, is he also practicing a sustainability practices? He has a sustainable practices in place. How he is doing it? So we go to their site. Okay, first in the audit, anywhere it is first is a documentation. So as somebody told, all consent, records, there will be a checklist will be there. We tick the checklist. Okay, he has the right document first. So then the right documents are in place. Then next is visualizing. Unless you visualize, is he doing, or he can have a small setup and give a picture to you, and he's taking a large quantity and half is processing there, has half is dumping somewhere. How you know? Huh? Site visit somebody, right? On-site inspection is a very, very important. As you all, if you take it up a new job or a place, wherever is there, right? Don't end your responsibility only giving to identifying authorized recyclers or somebody. Do incorporate this process of vendor audit in your system. Go to the site, they will allow you. So nowadays, most of the vendors, they also have the mechanism, like they are now have to engage with like big companies like Wipro, Infosys, Accenture, anybody, they should have certain certification. Otherwise, they will not be empaneled. So go to the site, see that he has proper segregation. He has a space to segregate, first of all. And if he is claiming that I am recycling, right? I have a plastic recycling plant. He has all the equipment in place. If I have used oil processing plant, I process the used oil. He has all the process or infrastructure to do that. That evaluation we have to do. Okay, then after inspection, looking at his all credibilities, so he will be okay, we can say that he is one of the good partner to associate with. We can empanel. This is a very important aspect in your vendor audits. Okay, so then based on his claims, right, based on your kind of waste you are handing over to the people, so they will give the product to you. Some people, like if he is giving a plastic, he will give some kind of this thing. Some waste will come with the products. Some waste you cannot buy it. You have to see that he gives the right certificate that somewhere else he is utilized. It will go for a co-processing, right? So that time he will give the certificate to you. I have used for from waste to energy plant, right? So he will give that right document to you, so you can evaluate that and you can agree such things also. Okay. So these are the different way of waste management. So we have to ensure that from, as I mentioned, now it is from after the gate, right? What is happening end to end? What happened to your waste, right? Is the tracking is very important. Who is doing that? Your vendor. So one is doing audit on us, ourselves, and doing them is very important. Yeah, so this again we spoke, so I will not spend more time on the segregation part. Yes, segregation is very, very important from waste perspective. So one is companies will do it because they have to get the business. Means nowadays investor has to invest money, means they should have this sustainable practice also, where we can look into it as a people, right? So larger communities like builders nowadays, we are bringing with a lot of big apartments. Are we doing this source segregations? We can, if we are living in a community, right, we can educate the people on this. Then small things also can make a lot of difference. In case somebody is coming to your door to collecting waste, right, they are not might be educated. He'll collect when you're putting into the dustbin, right? He mix it. Sometime they put it. So you as a responsible citizen, and you are from environmental science students, right? You please educate them right away. So those can make a difference too. One is as a profession how I behave, and as a we should be in a single world. Don't create for yourself two world. When I go to office, I will implement everything. I'm at home, I'll do whatever I wish. That doesn't work unless I start practicing, right, at my home. I cannot be a good implementer at office, anywhere it is. So from today onwards, you can start. Okay, if you're not done past, I can do that today also. That doesn't matter. But should we have to practice? But it's tough. It is not easy. There will be a people will say, don't, she's too much give jnan to us. Your husband only tell, no, I will do it. If I go to her, she will give again biodegradable, non-biodegradable, all those language will come. So I will handle myself better. So this is the world we are living. Then we have to accept, and we have to do what right. Okay. Yeah, source segregation I mentioned. Yeah, coming to, so this is a way Wipro segregated waste. Okay, many other things. When I said in like you all gave a feedback, right? The same way we also segregate waste in this way. So our annual waste generation this is excluding construction debris. Okay, when companies now when they are putting their sustainability indicators, right, they are taking more on these segments excluding C&D waste. Okay, this where you can find this data, where you can find it is available in publicly. So anybody knows it? Yeah, somebody said. These informations, you can check what I'm saying. It is publicly available. Where it is? Yes, who said this? Yeah, it is in a company sustainability report. Okay, it is clearly disclosed what is my generation of waste. This is computed. These numbers are not just something like extrapolated, and I have put okay, I have generated something 3,000 metric tons of waste in my company. It is not how this number has come, right? We have a mechanism of waste audit. So first, to do the waste audit, what we have to do, identify what I generate at home, or sorry, office, right? It's the same thing for home also. What I generate, how I know? So, right? Huh? But how I know that what I generate? Based on the place means what I process first. So if I'm a chemical industry, I use chemicals, right? That is, I end up with the chemical waste. Different segment it is, right? If I'm a agriculture industry, right? For me, it is a different kind of a waste. First, I have to understand what I am, what industry I am. First, the knowing that is very, very important. So this is the way, some of the examples I just want to, we have paper pulp unit, like organic waste converters we have biogas plants. So we have in-house manure, we use it. So vermicomposting we have at the site. So these are some of the things reused. Okay, so some wood waste, metal waste and all inside facility. So people have put the effort and created some articles, and which can be displayed in front of our offices. So now I come to the waste audit part. Okay, so waste audit I have segregated into 5 segments. So first, baseline study. We have to do a baseline study, correct? As I said, how you know the way, what waste you have. Knowing is very good. How you do the baseline study? If you are saying that first time you are doing it. Yeah, there's a first is a record collection is the first step. So data collection. So sometimes what will happen as a process, if it is a regulated waste and all, there will be a process when your first time your industry is established, right? You have to abide by certain government norms. If you have a DG also, you have to take authorization of hazardous waste, because you will be generating used oil, used cotton, oil-soaked cotton, filters, oil filters you will generate. You have to take. Even from DG to, if you are using chemical waste, also you have to have a authorization for that. Chemical paints, cans, even if you are generating some lead, then you have to have the authorization. So there will be, then the meaning is first there will be some mechanism you would have developed for those waste. That is regulated waste. When the problem all comes where? Non-regulated waste. Okay, what are non-regulated waste? Even including biomedical waste also, your regulated waste. What are non-regulated waste? Paper, food waste. Something like agricultural waste means even it is like leaves. If you have our campus is very huge campus. Okay, more than 10-12 acres will be there. There will be a huge greenery will be there. Okay, so there will be a trim to maintain the aesthetic. This thing trimming happens. Garden waste trimming. We do huge trimming. What we have to do? Composting, yes. So we have OWC, all those things. We crush it, we used in OWC, or composting also is a best methodology. We have in-house those composting pits are available there. So some methodology, if you have something, you at the design stage, you will have it. So understanding your what I am generating is very important. At the design stage only, you think what my end is, what I am generating end product. Okay, as a waste I am generating, at the design stage itself, install it, all those things. So based on that, you will have certain records with it. Collect all the records. For this baseline study, right? One is identifying your stakeholder is very important. Identify all the stakeholders. Go to the stakeholders. Okay? make your own notes. What that study, baseline study is a qualitative study you have to do, identifying your study, your stakeholders, and collecting all the records of previous disposal, previous year somewhere somebody has told, previously something has been, or newly what system you have introduced, those records you can collect it. So the record collection is very important. Then somebody is sending outside, right, transporting, all those things, those records you can collect it. Then you will understand need of vendor audit, right? So there only you are arrived. Okay, so there is something. My extended work facility is also is there. Not only your facility, there is an extended facility is there where I have to audit. So then, very important, never do your study sitting at office. Okay, as we as environmental science graduates, please walk. So when you walk, you will find lot of things which is untold by anybody. So feel that, visualize it, then make your own report, then you create your baseline study. Is it power is going down? I have the charger, it's there itself. There's a charging. I have to put the charge. Sorry for it. So then, so you have done your study, right? Now you have all the records with you. You have the numbers, you have the methodologies, you have the interview you have done. All those records are available with you. So now you do the gap assessment. So what is the gap in my organization? Okay. So that those gaps will be a future projects for you. So bringing what waste audit to the organization, or what you achieved. Finally, you have to your outcome should be measurable, right? So these gap analysis, how well you do it, that will be the future projects. In case you find some of the waste is untreated, okay, it is going into the it's not going into the right place, right? Bring that as a problem statement and identify. If in case it is going for a landfill, can I bring some newer things? Search in the market. There are technologies nowadays. Only thing is we don't read. So there are, if you read, you find out, you connect with the peer industries, you will find the way for it. So do your thorough study on it and identify what are the. Oh, okay, that is a pin actually, what I am using it. If you take it out, that my charging will go. So then, after your gap assessment, you see that you propose. If any plant has to be set it up, okay, food waste, can I set it up a biogas plant? Okay, nowadays many people don't go for it. So over the period of it is maintenance cost, all those things. Biogas plant, many don't suggest. Organic waste converter, you can make it. Put it in the plant. Propose the infrastructure, what infrastructure is required. So then clearly what are the, for every waste, have the method of disposal written in your gap assessment. So then you will understand that how I am treating it. So method of disposal is very, very important now. When somebody told, right, we have to disclose in the sustainability report. The method of disposal critically evaluated. When I come to the last segment of that, I'll explain you how this entire audit process, they do it in a different angle altogether. Okay, now so what is, so we said, did the gap assessment, right, in the journey. Now, what is our ultimate goal? Yes. All these efforts are what? What did the audit, your baseline study, your gap assessment. My journey, where it is taking? My journey is zero landfill. So nowadays, this is a very, very spoken language. Many zero waste audits are coming. Many organizations are taking up zero waste audits to say that, to show their sustainable practices, so to show how they have picked up this as an opportunity to improve themselves. So these audits are there. This is a very upcoming opportunity in the industry now, zero waste audit. Somebody is want to do a more research or explore your career in zero waste audit, that is also is a very good option nowadays. So this is, I'll not spend more. Many people would have been in your class, everybody to reuse, recycle, recovery. You might have had enough literature on this. I will not speak much about this. So in the process to zero landfill, you have to adopt all these practices. So you have to see that how I can reuse it, how I can recycle. Recycle involves the process. Processing of your work and recovery also. Out of recycle, there will be a recovery will be there. So you have to demonstrate all this in the zero waste journey. Okay, so I will come to the one case study. I want to just give it to you. This is very small case study, which I want to project it all of you. When we say, right, I said to you, do your gap assessment very thoroughly. A small thing also can be eye-opener for you. So, sanitary pads, right? We have like men to women ratio, right? For 1,000 men, it is almost 950 women. 800 certain areas. Okay, 800 you can find Haryana, Punjab, but we have a very good average. 900 is the average women population we have in India. Only Kerala has highest, more than that. So think how much waste we generate. You know, one sanitary pad requires to degrade required 800 years. Means the first sanitary pad which is manufactured still exists in this world. Have we ever thought of it as small, right? So when we put it in the dustbin, we don't think at all that where it lands. And we don't know how many a time we want to hide the hiding factor. It's something I cannot, and I put it. And the person who's handling at the other side, we don't know, we are getting exposing to the infections. Apart from that, we don't know what to do, and it is going as a, many a time it is going as a, even as a recyclers also what they are doing. Some people do incineration. Thank God there somebody has done an incineration. Otherwise, they put it in a landfill. Somewhere it end up with a landfill. Means how much waste it will pile up over the period of time. Right? Agree or disagree on this? This is very small. So Wipro as a organization, right? When we did our this analysis, right? This is a small portion. When you see in the larger sustainability report, it may not reflect very big number, but as a accountable person, it is a very, 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 very it shows the accountability and your part layer actually. So what we did, we engaged or she's a very actually. So he has a setup at Pune. He brought this with this proposal that I can recycle sanitary pad and make an article out of it. And what we say, right, cradle to cradle concept, circular economy, that is we speak right nowadays. That is the thought process was there in his that young gentleman. So you all there tomorrow, you people can also bring some remarkable change into the to the country. And he set it up in the Pune, and like we have a process of auditing them. So what we wanted to understand how they do it. They have very they have developed infrastructure in such a way that they segregate plastic, they segregate cotton part of it. Okay, the plastic part again it will be recycled. This thing, a cotton, right? They will make different articles. It is a raw material for creating a paper, book. Those books doesn't look like your white paper, full white and all. Those blue books look like brownish, and you can nicely write it. So when I am aware that what I am using, it is beneficial to the entire world, I need not to worry about it's white or brown. Right? Because from the beginning it is taught that I have to write in a white paper. That is why my thought process is, why can't I think that I can write in a brown paper?
Use both sides.
Yeah, use both sides. No, don't use white paper. Right? We can use it. But the thing is, nowadays also, I also have a white paper. The thought process is still not in the brain. And market me, it is not available that much, that handy I can buy immediately. Today I need it, it is not available. That is another challenge with us now. So how we can make this as a sustainable practice in the market also, we can think. So he assured us, we engaged with him. His current, and only thing is, now we did a pilot. There will be a dedicated bin in the organization. It is provided in the restrooms. All if you have to put the waste in that dustbin. Earlier, this dustbin used to be get incinerated. The end was incineration. So now the end is recycled. Okay, he is taking back and recycling it and giving a product to you to use it back. So this is a small change we brought in the organization. So this I told, right? The 800 years it lasts in the this thing. We, as one organization, we generate 2,750 kg of only single sanitary pad in one organization. We have the huge human power. That's in that IT means more women, right? So this is the waste we turned into, converted into recycling, and from that theory of cradle to cradle, we did that. So
This may be good for your Wipro, but what about the corporation or municipal solid waste?
see, that is why I'm talking about. Now it is did in a pilot way, this thing, pilot way. We gave this idea to that young person that he can collaborate with the municipal. Here is the challenge is infrastructure. He has to put more and more plan for this. So now pollution control board or governments, local government has to come up and support these ideas. Okay, so company, yes, I showed you this can be possible. Now people have to understand that how other can adopt this. How I can support not only him, anybody like who come up, right? How we build an ecosystem is also is important. So if we don't think build an ecosystem, it will not go for long, it will not be having a long journey. So it is very important in, when we had discussion with him, very important in how big apartments, right? If they support this, right, very unique challenge he meant. In apartments and all, the moment the committee changes, they change us. So means still this thought process in everybody's is not gone. We think in only on money per se only we think. How I can contribute this back to the world, I am not thinking. Unless I feel the journey I told you all, right? Until you feel that, and until you set up one oxygen bar in Bangalore, then you realize it. Right? So that is very near. As a company, right, we taken a first step. So it is now rest of the world to take a first step. So it's a one example. There are many will be there. We can think through. So if somebody says I don't have a solution for the waste, right? You please see that how I can bring that, and it can be cost effective. In this process, we saved that 3% cost reduction was also there. Bringing technology is good. If it is not cost viable, then nobody will adopt it. But when it comes to yes, I agree. Environmentally, it is viable. But how many days you will be spending? When your productivity is low, you are spending only very high level. To sustain anything, you only ask to sustain something. If it is a cost effective, only you will sustain. Go back to home. Anything you will spend, which is very costly and cost effective. Are we having that software currently now with us? If anybody is doing, I appreciate. Commonly, how we are thinking. Something is cost effective, it's okay, we will. Right? Government is not asking, is not this thing, okay, fine, chalta hai. Right? So this we have to start thinking in other way. That is, you youngsters have to start thinking in that direction. Okay, I will not spend more time. I don't have this thing. What are the benefits of a waste, bringing all these thing. Definitely that it reduces your waste, emission, the emission from the waste. It will reduce as a corporate responsibility, right? It will give a different value to you. Okay, you will be termed differently. And also, obviously, when you strive towards zero landfill, all those things, right? You make a different name in the among investors. So who invest on your companies? So these all the benefits will be there from this entire waste management. So anybody heard about this? So I don't want Naveen or somebody will be answering. So Biocon is very well implemented all this. Somebody else know about this BRSR? Huh? SEBI, correct. It's currently a legal requirement. Let us speak about little. Anybody did anybody had opportunity to read more on this? Yes, correct. SEBI insisted this. The journey is, business responsibility and sustainability reporting. Was this exist earlier? When it came? It was, so, sorry, pardon, somebody else. So 2000? Okay. Everybody says that 2018, 19 was BRSR was brought, right? No, it was exist in 2012 as a BRR, right? That was a time like a BRR framework was made, brought, and SEBI said that it has to be part of your annual reporting, whatever reporting. As a sustainability report, it used to come. BRR was there earlier also. Okay. Then after later, right? 2019, I think, like national guidelines for responsible business conduct. 9 principles was 2019, right? They brought. Under that, the BRSR framework was developed. And 2021-22, it was a voluntary disclosure for 1,000 companies. But 23, it is a mandatory now for 1,000 companies. No choice. You have to, in that framework, you have to disclose your energy, water, all your environmental indicator. And there are social also is there, and your governance framework, business processes, all those things, how you policy you have developed, all those things you have to make it. Here, where your waste audit is very important. So when this said, right, mandatory. Earlier, how audit happens? There was a different mechanism also. Always we call it as sample-based audit. What is sample-based audit? So if you have a process, you are generating, you are in example, you are in a chemical company, you have some processes there, and I go to one department, I take a sample. How I do it? I sample it, and if you don't, if that sample is very good, you are through with the audit. Correct, right? That's a mechanism. Sample-based audit happens. So earlier mechanism was a sample-based audit. Now SEBI has made a reasonable audit. What is a reasonable audit? Any idea anybody has reasonable audit? So these reasonable audits are done by Big Fours. Big Fours are your Deloitte's, right? PwC, KPMG, these Big Fours supposed to do it. So here is, if you say, I have 10 units in India, okay? Then those 10 units, it's direct control. Means I am responsible for this, and I am having my financial audit done. Then you are liable to demonstrate to Deloitte all these 10 places, your sustainable practices, your ESG practices are right. There are some of the KPIs are given under that. They will see that what is your e-waste. First is your generation. Then they look at what is your disposal, how you disposing it. Then I said, right, method of disposal. You have to demonstrate the method of disposal. How you demonstrate the method of disposal? Vendor audit. If he is co-processing, he will give the certificate, right? You have to ensure that he is a right co-processor. If he is a recycling, he is a right recycler. The method of disposal. This is the 3 lines they are looking at in the audit. Generation, how you dispose, and the method of disposal. If it is cut anywhere, your number will not be assured. That will be straight away taken as it's a landfill. They will not assure you. Otherwise, your management has to give the declaration that it's straight away, in case it is proven, right, your management can be behind the bars. So, this complete chain you have to demonstrate. So, then a Deloitte will assure your number. Every number, like a financial audit, every number they will audit. If I generate 10 kgs of food waste, I should have 10 kgs of generation register, 10 kg of disposal register, 10 kg of method of disposal. Then that loop is concluded, then your 10 kg is assured. So that comes in your BRSR report and your sustainability report. That is why I said, right, that 3,000 ton, which I have shown in the beginning, it's an assured number for Wipro. If you go today to sustainability report of Wipro, you will find that number. Okay. This is about this 1,000 companies, and also one more SEBI has brought the lighter version of BRSR also. That is to encourage MSME groups also. So how I can their reporting can be better. So MSME is your supply chain basically. So they might be providing your supplies, all those things, right? That is also they are bringing into the BSR framework. So slowly this is the area is coming up, and more and more sustainable practices and opportunity organizations has to do. Otherwise, your investors will not invest on you. They will not risk their investment. So based on your disclosure, right, your ESG scores in the global framework, right, your rating is given. It can be CDP. Your rating will be given. Based on your rating only, investor do invest and your business will come to you. So now it is slowly it is connected. So this all will take to a better world, definitely. So this is a Wipro sustainability report, BRSR framework, which is this report you can find. I only pulled out waste because I'm talking only about waste. I pulled out this. You Google it, go to any organization, sustainability is not only Wipro, any organization. Sustainability report, that is a very good material for you to study. How companies are doing this, how they are sustainably disposing waste. What are the methodologies they are using it? So these all are disclosed there. And now disclosure is validated thoroughly through Big Fours. Okay, I think that's end of my entire presentation. Hope that I have brought a different perspective to all of you. Please think through it. One is knowing the subject, understanding it, technicality of it, all those things. The other thing is when